overtimes, Leaf. That's
Yeah, come on.
Me and you are Unk players, but very young casters.
What was that one?
Yeah, I guess. That being said, it's weird to call me a young caster. Like I've been casting since I was 13.
Best of 5 overtime, or best of 5 match.
Longest in this region.
Like technically in age-wise, young casters, yeah. But I don't think that the casting like age is that old either.
But yeah, we have Genji, LOB, 4 minutes over
To be fair, I
time,
don't know.
1-1. Genji trying to get that sweep, but LOB trying to stay in the series.
But yeah, it's interesting calling me a young caster when I've been casting for like 7 years. But at the same time, it does make sense age-wise.
Yeah, Stacks just has to be frustrating too, being 1 goal away from making.
In that sense, you're not wrong.
And you're just stuck in this overtime.
Yeah, and you know, the longer this overtime goes, if you're the one that concedes and this series continues on,
I go purely at age, not experience. I mean, fair enough.
You know, because then there's so many what ifs.
But then Unk plays kind of like.
What if I converted that opportunity, 3 minutes
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say Zen's kind of like old now as a player, but he's not old age-wise. He's old experience-wise. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's a case-by-case basis the way that I choose those things, I suppose.
That was a really nice shot, Leaf.
It was. I mean, that keeps them alive. It was a fantastic shot. I think one of the best shots they could have taken, considering you stay alive, you're not eliminated. So they'll go to a game 4. We head back over to the next canoe.
I do miss when they used to do these streams and they'd like cut to audio of the team streams. Not that I was ever a part of it, but I remember there was, I think it was a Williams Resolve game that Muntz was casting. I can't remember who he was casting with, but he was casting with someone. And they played the audio on mainstream and everyone was hyping them up. Like that's cool. Not that I'd want people to hear me casting today. We'll see how that goes for the OCE mainstream later, I suppose, but hey, it's fine.
Sweet game 5, Leaf.
Yeah, I am feeling very, very hot in this room.
Next to new, see if they've switched anything up, considering they lost that last one, if they're going to just keep to the game plan.
Any plans for the weekend, chat?
Probably the best strat
What's
right
going
now.
on? A bit early, isn't it? It is, yes.
Super close games like this against NRG. Keep doing what you're doing.
It hurts a bit less drinking water now, so that's a positive.
Lone man back. He feels a lot more comfortable being up ahead of the play. That's going to be just off. Got to be careful.
Not having any team stream listen-ins is a fat L, yeah.
He's gonna leave it, and it's gonna go.
I mean, like Leaf shouted out the NRG team stream earlier.
Almost working out a counter there.
It's like, I've got no issues with Leaf. I love Leaf, but like,
game number 4,
you know, if there's a team stream that doesn't need a shout out, it's the NRG one, right?
But it seems like this ball is going everywhere. No one really
Take the Meteorites question for team stream for zero reason, yeah.
To get that first goal on for this game.
Well, and that's
there isn't much to it. Absolutely not much to it.
How good they are at stopping a quick.
There's a chance we tick over to 2.3k followers on Twitch tonight.
Their reads on those 50s have been phenomenal.
Not that we'll actually be there, but like on the Twitch screen it'll display as that because of rounding up. NRG trolling. NRG just not looking like NRG low key. They're just not defending like NRG defense. They've been scoring goals, but I just don't think they've been playing that good. I think someone in Herc's stream was like, do we think they're just getting reps in, or are they actually bad? It's like, why would a team want to get reps in, like at this stage? Like, what's they're just not winning games. Holy copium, yeah. Good shot. And that's in like NRG hating Central Herc stream. Like, so for them to say that, it's kind of like, what are we doing here? What are we saying? That's fake, yeah. It's good. Yo, fingers crossed we get the NRG raid. Thoughts, chat? How do we feel about that? Hopefully NRG win, actually, so they're in good mood. And hopefully they raid, you know. That would be nice.
but next to Nuke, gonna have to counter that.
I don't know if they even raid anyone on that stream.
Yeah, it was multiple things that Daniel did well there. It's just instead of going for a shot to the far side, he takes.
The only time I've ever catched NA naturally is like when it's the 10 a.m. start for me. Troll to stretch out a series as TSM. That's been in them now. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep a team like NRG.
We don't talk about TSM, bro. That was. I don't know what happened, man. I feel like they're gonna come back and they're gonna win 2 and 3, like well 4 and 5, 5 and 6, but
NRG's seen every play in the book.
But still.
Harris has caught him a couple of times in this series. Doesn't happen often.
I would love to have been able to do the TSM stream. I was meant to do it, but I can't do it because it overlaps with OCE now, and that's really upsetting. Like out of the two regions that are right next to each other, for the minor regions as well, you'd think that they'd go, you know, let's have one on either or, you know, so you can do both, so the casters can jump over and do the other. But Pangoli's him. Yeah, I mean, I was listening to what First Touch was it, and CJ was like, Pangoli was getting top 16s in OCE. It's like, yeah, I don't know how he's gone over and just like peaked. Like what is he doing to be top 2 APAC? Like I know, you know, that there's less experience over in APAC, but they've got good players. Like how is it a top 2 for Pangoli in APAC after like top 16 being best result for him in OCE? Okay, even top 8 OCE or whatever, I'd go, yeah, fair enough, but top 16, like.
Oh, we're not done yet over there either.
You know?
Nope.
Just as soon as we wrap up with NRG, all of a sudden LOB starting to claw back a little bit. Do you imagine if this one goes to Champs Field?
I mean, may as well. If one's going there, you may as well bring both, right?
Cash also shouted out Risk, which is like so fair.
To get that game 5 going.
He said like he doesn't focus on the game too much, which I didn't know, but it'd be good if Risk does focus, because I agree he is like, he could entirely be next up for APAC if he plays a bit more.
Gen G are going to try and deny it as much as possible.
At least Gen G playing like Gen G.
The boldness to go for fakes.
I mean, they're in the lower bracket, to be fair.
Even when you're down as much as LOB is.
The sun is rising.
You kind of need to make those high risk, high reward plays.
Kind of blew up between splits. I was doing LCT Polaris and Kexi, and we didn't even make top 8. Yeah. I'd argue this is Gen G not playing like Gen G. Fair enough. Gen G not playing like recent Gen G, I suppose.
That blows up in your face. That's game and series.
Gen G just haven't like quite been there the last few years, right? What's up, Scoville? Well, not a year, yeah, a couple of years, I guess. Chat, I'm so tempted to go to Paris. It's so expensive, though. It is ridiculously expensive. But I'm so tempted to go to Paris.
I really don't want this gap in the goal line, in the score line.
Also, I don't know, like, I mean, I don't know, I'm not that invested in the situation. I don't know, like, I mean, I know the situation, obviously, but I don't know what, like, there's no flight, well, not no flight, but there's like suggested no travel areas, and all of the flights that are like relatively cheap go through there. It's like
just like we've seen from top teams. This is a
I don't know if I can get away with that. Like I don't know if it'd be fine. Like I'm sure it would be, but also I don't know. So I'm not sure. That's a very nice pass.
Where was Gen?
Yeah. It's like a lot of the flights are like a lot of the flights have layovers in like Dubai and like Abu Dhabi and stuff, and it's like they're all listed for Australians to not go to currently. It's like
re-extend it and be like, listen, you might have scored that, but
I'd probably be able to find a flight that was cheap otherwise. I actually have a mate who works in aviation, so I might message him and say like, hey, is there anything you can do? Like, can you find me something cheap? Because if I can get cheap flights, I think that's the one thing stopping me, low-key. Like, accommodation, I'll just cop. Like, I'll be fine. I'll find something cheap just somewhere nearby, and, like, you know, it just needs to be a bed and a shower, and that's all I need.
Oh, that
No shot, this goes 5.
Oh, it's such a weird
What's up,
play,
Pac?
and it still works out in LOP's favor. The bump.
Okay.
I just got a
Adam's
gift
bump
sub to who?
rise, and Hockey shot it
I just got a
into
gift sub
Adam,
to
which
Shogun.
bounced into the net, and you know,
Where did that happen?
LOB, they're one goal away from tying up this series. Leaf, 30 seconds.
That's when you get it calculated in the spam in the chat.
Never mind.
That's unfortunate.
That's 2 goals in a row now that's just been answered immediately.
And RG
right?
genuinely going to go
Yeah.
from playing some of their worst RL to just winning the regional for
this is,
vibes.
this
I
is
mean,
interesting,
yeah,
but
wouldn't put it past NRG low key.
I think with
They're looking good for
probably with
NRG
30
right
seconds
now,
left,
though.
They should
And that's
be able to
good.
lock
I
that
like
one
the
in.
good vibes for NRG,
Oh,
so
looks like
hopefully they
another
raid me.
one.
That would be top tier.
Looking at that one too. They almost
Yeah,
had
maybe.
it.
It's weird looking out my
Keep
window
this
and
up for
seeing
the
like
next
the
10
sun
to
rising
10
while
seconds
I'm
here just to make
about
sure
to
before we
cast
jump back
Rocket
to
League.
that
This
NRG
is
match, that no shenanigans happen over
Interesting.
on the other side here. With 10 seconds left.
I'm gonna be really quickly be right
They're
back.
good, they're good. Yeah, I was just waiting a few more seconds.
One for NRG, for Gen G. You know,
Yeah,
they're
massive,
going to get
massive.
into the top 8. They're going to be able to at least keep pace with everybody else, give themselves a chance. And meanwhile, on the other side, Eris is not going to let NRG just have this for free.
Here we go. Next
Good
canoe. What a great start. Getting one on the board. Getting that goal difference a little bit more narrow. NRG still in the lead here to win game 5, but there's lots of time. 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Next canoe gonna have to work around NRG how they have done for the first 2 games, or else they're gonna get reverse
Oh.
swept.
Oh! The defense gave up on that one, but the crossbar bailed them out. NRG are
Chad, how are we
still
feeling
all
about the Strictly Business SSG series?
And these plays are
Because
still
me
coming
personally,
through,
I think
so
that's a win
sorry,
for
Lee.
for SSG, for Strictly Business, for
Stuff coming
SB.
through from,
What are we thinking?
beast mode and stuff like that coming on to next to new, but they just
SSG, SB, you know, very similar.
Yeah, I just want to say the
They both start with S.
NRG offense is always stacks probably gonna look good. I mean, that's the side I feel like they're so confident on their creativity with their mechs generally shining through. They always feel like they're in sync with each other. It's just getting there that's been a bit of a problem for them, thanks to next to new.
And you can see there, next to new are trying to.
This has an
play a
OT
little more
all over it.
physically.
I can't lie.
Take one NRG defender off the field.
This does
give
have
themselves
a
chance.
this does have a OT written all over it.
Oh, got an open net here. Almost. Daniel able to catch up to it.
Here we go.
Look at it.
Next
Catch him,
to-
catch him off guard anywhere they can.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. Next to needs to figure this out. They've got just over a minute left to tie this, or else their tournament life is over. Especially losing to NRG. They probably wanted to close that out when it could have done in game 3. Bear in mind, that was a game 3 overtime.
I probably
loss
don't need
that
my
Next
light
Two
on in the
had. They
background,
could've
do I?
Closed it out. It could've
Let's see, what's
swept
it look
NRG.
like?
Knowing now the NRG actually reverse sweeping them. They've got a big hill to climb again, Leaf.
Very little
Jordan,
change
I wanna
today.
ask you right now, tell me, as the
Actually, do you have a core roster? Yeah, I don't mind it.
expert on
Aris and
all
Paris,
best
though.
of fives,
Could we see that?
are we getting another? Is NRG gonna? Is this going back?
That'd
to
be like the
another
easiest
overtime?
like
You know,
informed
as
name
much as I'd love
for
to,
like
and maybe I'll eat my own words in the next 30 seconds.
a
I feel like next to new have
for like a
lacked
player.
a lot of
Just
offense that we've seen
Paris.
in the first 2
Right.
games. They're definitely trying. I'll give them that, but they just haven't looked as strong. And I think
What's
that's
up,
been
6'7"
because of the
kid?
fact that NRG have pulled this series back so well.
Where's Hazardprod? He's a big
They
fan of
just
the
had their
6'7".
opportunity right in
Also, it
front
could
of
be a
the
standard
NRG
name,
net.
generational or a
Put
gamble.
shot at about 20 kilometers an hour
Could it be
on
a slandered
the puck,
name?
and it did nothing. And that's going to be the parting
I don't know if
shot
it could be.
for next to new here. The what might have been.
I think it
for
might be over.
them. They came oh so close. But the world
Just screening
champs
to him right
persevere.
now, but Loki, I think he's asleep.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
that's a tough one to have to come up.
Hello,
against,
I'm watching. Hello, I'm also
especially,
watching.
Again, when you're looking for those points, you're watching Foot and Virtus Pro qualify through on that upper.
He's
Genji's
sleeping
that
in
same
pool all the time
range
with
of
me?
points where he
Damn.
says you next to new was hoping to do something miraculous here and follow suit. That would have kept things very interesting. As I
Look at
said,
those E-daters, hey?
that's the only reason
Sleeping
I
in
could
cool
come
together.
for NRG if they lost that series was that.
Can you
it
give
was
me a
on purpose
decal
to
for
keep
White
things
Zomba
close,
slash
but
Fennec?
They do lock it in, reverse sweep, and they move on through and qualify as the last team qualified.
I can't think of
alongside
one.
Gen G in the lower
The only one I
bracket
can think of right now is
for
Defrag.
the top 8 tomorrow.
Who do you want to win?
Yeah, that's right.
Up next, we'll want Strictly Business to win.
We have Virtus Pro and
I personally
making
don't
it
care who
through
wins
top
any of the
6,
other
and
matches.
Gen G and Energy making it
Just
through
me
to top
personally.
8 there. Is this the groups that we, sorry, is this the teams we expected to make out overall today, Stacks?
Yeah, it's the teams I expected to see. Not quite the
Not the
map
games.
that we
The
expected
journey is
them
the
to take.
problem.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this format too. It is a hard luck format for
YouTube
somebody
chat,
like
we would
today,
like to wage
and
a war.
somebody is next to new. They go in 5
Okay.
games with foot, and
I don't
drop
think that was
down
in response to
lowers,
that.
And then they go 5 games, have a 2-0 lead over the world champion.
Oh, I have to cast in
And
a
that's
minute,
how they
man.
get
I'm
knocked
so
out of it. But,
I'm so
you're gonna
sick.
see a Gen G team that is very, very dangerous.
I'm
You
gonna be
saw
blowing
how
my nose
quickly
all
they
the
started
time
off
during this
against
series,
LOB,
man.
And how they had to persevere against guys like Adam, who just would not go away, but they finally took care of business in the last game. That's going to be a
It's
lower
not
ranked
healthy.
team. That's another kind of trap.
It is
team
certainly
that
not
somebody
healthy.
else in Group B is going to have to deal with.
Yeah, and we finish out
How long
now.
until we get started? I mean,
Okay,
technically,
our
to be
4
fair,
teams moving to
we were told to be
tomorrow.
prepared
Virtus Pro, Foot Esports, Gen G,
for our
Fluent
first match,
Racing,
like,
and NRG.
what, like 70
As
minutes ago?
you said earlier, yeah, these are the teams we expected. Maybe just not on the side of the bracket that they're on to get through, but they are through. And
He's your favorite
they
player
need
in the
some
tournament?
friends. I need some teams. to play
Ah.
against. So now we start the second half of our day.
In
If you
this
thought we're done,
tournament?
ooh, you were wrong. We're going on a group B next to
In
look
this
at the upper
tournament, I'm gonna have to
quarterfinals.
go
Quick
with
glances before we go to break and start this up. Quick glances at these matchups here.
Crispy,
Any thoughts,
Aqua,
any
and
upsets,
Relating
any-
Wave.
any,
Those are the best 3. There
matchups
you go.
both
I'll
are
even give you a
particularly
top
looking
3.
forward to, Stacks, maybe.
Well, I really want to see, assuming Dignitas take care of business in their first match, how far do they take this? Do they get to play spoiler with anybody? That first match,
Good
they
answer,
They
yeah.
should win. But if
PR training answer.
Space Station struggles with strictly business,
Yeah, that's gonna
all
happen.
of a sudden, Dig could feel pretty confident, even as great as SSG was a couple of weeks ago.
I think, personally, me personally, I think it's a top 6 for Strictly Biz again.
For upsets, I feel like there's
Personally.
I wouldn't say there's maybe
Bracket is
many
hard, bracket
upsets
is
that
hard,
can
but I think
happen
it's a
in
top
this
6 for
group,
us again.
but Strictly Business,
Nice choice, not gonna
could
lie,
be
hey.
one
That's
that
ball
there's
knowledge
a
from you.
potential. Obviously, Strictly Business got top 6 in the last
Do we
one.
get a shout out on
But yeah,
stream? They
those
did have
second
the
matchups
the-
that could
the team
happen with
streams
the
last
likes of
time, right?
potentially having
they have
Dignitas
it
and
this time?
SSG play against each other. That's going to be one to look forward to.
Right.
They got to get there first, Leaf.
That's
You will?
true. We
I
got
will?
A lot of Rocket League to play. You saw it. We're done with
Show
Group
us,
A,
next
moving
one.
on to Group B now.
Yes!
There's your matchups, and
No,
there's
that's not the
time
right
for them,
one.
Because again, we're watching them all at the same time. Watch party style.
Oh, where we are? Yeah, we are. We on the right side. Yeah, that's us.
Happening in that
That
round
wait, no.
for Group B. And if you
That's
do want to
us!
watch
Yes!
Class,
Let's
you want to
go!
watch 'em. Here
Let's
it is. If
go!
you want to watch one team specifically the whole way through, you got team streams going on. You
Let's
see the logo
go.
there? You see the text beside it? That's the team stream. Go grab that, put it into your URL.
That's us.
And you can watch those.
That's
teams
us.
in that
We're on
chat
mainstream.
straight on through.
Get
But if
in
you
there.
want all that tight action, you can come right on back here to this channel because we'll be back in a few moments for more Open number 5.
Oh, now
Hashtag give them the business. There we go. All right. Okay. It's time to request to join the Crispy Don. It's not really. It's early enough. It's fine. Last time they were checking that I was actually going to do it, so this time we'll get in nice and early. We're all sorted. Let's go Aqua. Love it. Love it. Do you think you'll win? Yeah, probably. They're pretty good. We'll give them the business. It's all good. Do we think... I'm just going to quickly go here. Do we think... Wait, my webcam's not here. Do we think they'll take inspiration from my preset? Do you think any of these players will see the preset and go, that's kind of hard? Because me personally, I think it's a good preset. Also, if you see me slapping this side of my headset, it's because I lose audio, but to fix it, I just hit my right side of the headset and it's fixed. So, you know. It's you know, I probably need to get myself a new headset. It's probably about time, but Oddly, this has happened to 2 of these headsets. I don't know if it's an issue with this headset itself. Potentially it is. So we got some chat predictions going. Slash prediction. Who wins the business? The space station. All right, predictions open. Why is my team lowers? No, wait, what's your team? Oh, you're an NRG supporter, aren't you? That's right. You support NRG, right? We do have all of the team in the lobby now, so that's good. NRG, yeah, right, gotcha. Because they didn't have a great day, to be honest. I mean, they get the job done, but they did not have a great day overall. So, you know, that's probably why they've ended up where they have. Also, we are 4 subscribers away from 800 on YouTube, so that's a huge dub. How good? I am so tired and so sick. This is going to be the worst casting of my life, I swear. I apologize, chat. I do apologize. Jay, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I do apologize. The casting is probably going to be a little lackluster. I will try to get hype where I can, but as I said, call this sickly business because I am fluey today. They have more off days than I would like. I mean, that's probably fair. Well, it's entirely bright outside now. So, hope you feel better soon. Appreciate it. We are joining our test lobby. How good? Chat, do we think this is a win? You pressed the wrong one? That's crazy. We play NRG tomorrow if we go through lowers, but if we don't go through lowers, we make a top 6 right here. I've already called it. Easy win. I agree with you, Tim. You know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. You should be. You've let everyone down. Chat, get your predictions in. This is only, the reigning champions of NA, so it'll be fine. Easy W. I've honestly never seen a more free win in my life. Personally. It looks like we're about to be ready for the game. They're asking if the lobby's okay. Should I say it's a little laggy in brackets? I'm from OCE. Probably not. They probably won't like that. They probably wouldn't be a fan of that. They'd probably tell me to shut up. Good news is I get to watch all the replays. I don't actually have to skip any because, you know, the Blast Observer's in here too. So we like that. We do like that. Awesome. We'll be looking to get started at 03. Will be about 4 minutes. Oh, we got some time to kill. We will not be starting anytime soon. They're going on mainstream. There will be matches streamed on mainstream, but because it's early round, I'm sure they'll be jumping around the 4 matches. So, you know. We'll see how that goes. Asking everyone to stay in the lobby until scoreboard? Okay. I forgot they do that now. Yeah, they do have that nowadays. Which is good. I like the change. I also really like the change they've made for this event, which is to have the first bracket played and then the second bracket played, so we don't have like all day to wait. We do have pauses in the group stage as well, which is absolutely fantastic. We love that. We are a fan of that. How's it going? We are just about to get started. Prediction locked. We got 99% in the way of the business. I'm liking this referee talk. He's delaying everything, right? He's like, everything he's messaging, you can't see it, of course. But every message he's sending, he's like spacing it out. He's not just sending a wall of text. He's going, here's this. Now here's this. Now here's this. It's good. I like it. They're giving a lot more information than I'm used to from the admin, though. I'm going to be honest. This doesn't look like the game's ending naturally. They said they were going to let the game end naturally, and now they've paused it at 0 seconds. Me personally, that doesn't look very natural. How you doing, Magpie? Welcome in. Apparently the start time has been pushed back, which seems to always happen when we've got the mainstream ongoing. So, you know. Oh, now we've paused again. I think we might be on time. Retro, thanks for the follow. They're all over the place today. The admin team, a little bit all over the place. But hey, we're good to go by the look of it. I'd assume we're rolling over to the main lobby in just a moment's time. It is looking like we should be rolling over in just a moment. Please wait for my cue on the first game. The rest roll in should be under 2 minutes. Okay. We got 2 minutes to go. What's up, Vines? Welcome in. We got 2 minutes until kickoff of the first game between Strictly Business and Space Station. Top 6 in the last event for Strictly Business. Top 1 for Space Station in the previous. So, you know, should be a good game. I'm not sure if these two played last event. I don't think they did off just quick memory, but I'll have a quick look for you. See if there's any previous meetings in recent history, at least. I'll have a quick look for you. It's nice to see Joe on mainstream. Yeah, it is. Alright, so they did play a couple of times across the last few, well, this season. They did play a couple times, actually, for the 2025 season rather than this season, sorry. So I'm not too sure what the bracket, well, what the teams are looking like on that occasion. It's 3-1, though, between SSG and Strictly Business. I do not have my overlay set up. Oh no, and I've just been told we're starting soon. Oh no. Oh no. Strictly Business. SSG. Those are the right teams. Let me get a logo. I apologize. I do not have SSG's logo. I've completely blanked that I want to do that. So bear with me while I get SSG's logo. That is not actually meant to be a clown logo. I'm going to be honest. That is the You're Not a Champion clown roster in UCE, just for context. Just so you know that it's just the last one that I had, more than anything else. And Relating Wave has scored the opener while I am making sure that I get the overlay sorted. There we go. We're all good. We have scored the opener. We're good to go. We're all sorted. Don't you worry, chat. Quite literally clowning SSG. That's not what I meant. Nah, that logo good. I could have left it just for the BM, but like, you know. Also, do we like SSG or do I do like Space Station? What's the thoughts on the overlay there? Overlay reset? Ah, yeah. Good point. Thank you. I think it tracked that because of the test lobby. Sometimes that happens and I forget about it. SSG for sure. All right, we'll stick with it. So far, the business looking good out of the two sides. Relating wave with the opener. That's going to be one back for Diaz. It was too easy, really, for SSG. Crispy pushing off the rotation, and they get caught out there. Do the business. Tied up one apiece. Minute played in game one. Kickoff variation from SSG. Relating wave couldn't quite find the bump. Might get something on the way out. Zach, awkward. Aqua will take a 50. The physicality comes through from Space Station, and Relating wave will go all the way back to his back wall. Opts not to play it high. Wants the low ball. Aqua gets the benefit of that as a reset. Takes a challenge on Diaz out towards Crispy now. 40 in the tank to work with. Looks to get back around it. Wave will turn away. Reveal on the counter attack. Gets back to it. Zach underneath, and we'll make it a 2-1 game. SSG hit back very quickly. Again, difference on the kickoff. Space Station putting a couple into effect as Aqua plays that across to Relating wave, and it's a 1-2. All square once more. It's a neat move from Aqua and Relating wave. The 50 benefiting Aqua on his first ball across. Game one looking mightily interesting. Reveal. Couldn't drop below. Diaz now towards Crispy. He has lots of time to work with up high. Gets a reset. Challenge on reveal is good. Now Aqua. Crispy looks for a bump. Couldn't find it. Here's wave. Now Aqua just drives past. Crispy. Low boost. As is Diaz. Very low boost game it feels like right now. Relating wave looking to make use of that with a full tank, but couldn't quite grab the reset. Play still in for the business as Crispy went up very quickly. Looks to retreat now. Should be wave's ball. It is, but it's too simple. Then Zach will play that one forward. Aqua. Now Crispy. 50 in the tank. Has Aqua out to his right. Might use him. Aqua to follow up. Back wall play for Relating wave. He'll look to dunk that down. 3-2. The business have the lead once more. And it's through the man who scored the opener in game one. No boost in net for Zach. Couldn't get across. Two minutes, 6 seconds remaining. Then Wave will send that towards Crispy. That's a nice touch on towards the back wall. Reveal. Does very well with it. Gets back to it as well. Won't have the boost to chase it down. Just putting the pressure on Crispy. Challenge comes through. Now it's Zach on the side wall. Towards Reveal. Corner ball again. Relating wave. Takes this one high this time. Low boost to work with. Gets a second touch. Aqua was in amongst it and could cost them. It won't here as Crispy finds wave. Has Crispy to aim for in the middle again. Great play. Won't be capitalized on. And Zach finds a reset. Goes the full length here. Dunks down in front. There's going to be Aqua to respond. Finds Crispy. The clearance is pretty decent. Diaz awkward. Gets a touch and he had to. As Relating wave leaves that one for Aqua. A shot not on target. Now Zach. Route 1 kind of Rocket League across the halfway line. Reveal to the back wall. Demo's coming through. It's going to be Wave with a bit of space to maneuver in. Flicks by one. Wants to get the challenge on the second. That's going to drop down in front of net. Reveal in position. Crispy. Now Aqua. And Diaz makes the stop. Zach to the corner. Does well to get by a couple. Diaz won't be able to pull off the angle. Crispy is forcing the ball back into the midfield line. Reveal takes the challenge. Here's Wave. Half a tank to work with. Zach and Diaz both back with plenty to work. As Crispy finds a ceiling touch into a reset, Diaz will get behind it. Aqua might have a shot here, denied by Reveal. Just stretching in time to get the saves at the moment, SSG, but they cannot launch the counter as Wave cuts that off. Diaz to the back wall. Aqua doesn't want to commit too soon. Just lets the clock tick down before committing. That is clever from the business. And that drops down. The business do take game one. And if you were here for the Swiss stage, that is looking a lot better from Strictly Business. There was times where it just never really clicked for the Biz, and today, well, certainly it looks as though it has clicked. Game one against the reigning champions of North America. Appreciate you all hanging out with me. Appreciate all the follows as well. Hope you're doing well. Game one, done and dusted for the business. Space Station not quite coming out of the gate swinging. We've seen some upsets today so far. We've seen some close game fives as well across Group A. Group B looking to provide something similar maybe. As we have to wait the entire minute to tick on over to game two, which is unfortunate. I would like to ready up, but hey, that's fine. It is all good. The business, though, absolutely up to par in game one. Relating Wave in particular had such a standout performance there. Scored the opener, scored the winner. Could they go back-to-back in game one and two? What does SSG have in store for the business? That's great speed from Crispy. Aqua, corner ball, relating Wave. He's going to score the opener again. He did it in game one. He's done it in game two. The business off to a great start on Forbidden Temple. Shot across the keeper. Only took 11 seconds to score the opener here, the business. Remaining in form. SSG looking to equalize very quickly, as they did in game one. Crispy. Now Reveal. Aqua will play that to the corner. Reveal is there. A demo on Diaz. Might just open the door here for the business to get out of half, but low boost still. Good touch from Diaz. Aqua got a piece. Sidewall ball out to Crispy. Now Aqua redirect. Reveal will clear with low boost. Trying to send it out towards Diaz. Showed too much of the ball towards Relating Wave. Now Aqua. Going alone here. Tries to play it off towards Crispy, but low boost meant that positioning wasn't quite pinpoint. Wave in the corner. Takes 150. Tries to bump on Zach. Now Aqua. Now it's Crispy. Moving around the corner, dropping it in front of net with a bump as well. And Diaz, well, the first there. Reveal. Has Zach just to his side if he wants to use them. Tried to. Didn't quite come off here for SSG. But pressure building at the moment. Zach goes for a bump. Aqua with the clearance. Looking to find a bump his own. On Reveal. Did well to avoid. Now Diaz has Zach to his right. Might go alone here. Trying to take a challenge in front. Drops dangerously. And Aqua finds a chance just to breathe through the midfield. Reveal. Diaz. Crispy takes the 50. Aqua in the corner. Showed too much of it to Zach. It's going to be a relating wave towards Aqua. And again, just too close for SSG to get the touch there. Defensively, though, SSG been struggling to move the ball into the center of the field. The back line just keeping it in the corners where Strictly Business certainly want it to be. Zach now reset. That's awkward. Crispy is up and just forces it away from Diaz. The reveal keeps it alive for SSG. Aqua. Crispy has to hit it on the half flip. Across towards Aqua. He's low boost. It feels very much like that has been the story of the series so far. No one really having boost when it matters, as now Zach will have a hit. Diaz and Reveal get caught up together. It's Crispy with the touch. Now Aqua. And Crispy has boost to work with. Just trying to get the shot off there. Wave. 50s on one. 50s on Zach. Crispy leaves it, but it was all too simple to read from SSG. Now Reveal will go the whole way. Drop down off the crossbar. Tied up 1-1. And you could really tell, even though Wave was back there, he probably wasn't ever going to get across for the save. Unfortunate stuff, but SSG have been dominating since really the first minute. Looking to get themselves on the board in the series. Strictly Business have held on defensively for the most part. That moment just a lapse, and I think it was off the back of them pushing forward. A bump on Aqua opens the door for Reveal. And SSG have turned game 2 around. Minute 37 remaining. Change up on the kickoff from the Business this time. Wave forced into a 50, didn't get the touches he liked. Diaz with the challenge, well, the demo rather. Now Zach with the demo on relating Wave as well. That's a double commit in the corner. It's falling apart for the Business as SSG strike again. It feels as though that demo really opened the door, but that touch from Aqua, whether or not the demo came through, just simply wasn't good enough. And the Business going to have to find something pretty special to turn the game around now in game 2. Wave will look for a bump here on the back wall. Diaz did well just to avoid and find the play out towards Zach. Crispy. Now relating Wave. Aqua to his side. Looks to find him. Good redirect. Diaz. I think it was going to hit the post anyway, but still gets the touch. And now they go forward. Diaz, back wall again. Too simple. 4-1. And SSG now looking in form. Demo's really opening up the play for them. Crispy. Zach fakes. 35 seconds remaining. The Business would like to get something on the board here, I think, just to, give them the momentum back in their favor. Last 4 goals have been scored by Space Station. The open up put away by relating Wave, and since then it's been all SSG. The traffic has been all SSG. They've been all over the Business half since the opening minute, really. Well, game 1 went the way of the Business. Game 2 going the way of SSG. We're off to a pretty close start between these two sides. And that will be putting us to a game 3 here. That will put either team onto series point. And for the Business, I am concerned about just the response in that game. Space Station, they looked a lot better in, for the most part, all of that game, aside from the opening couple of minutes, as I mentioned. It has been all traffic going the way into the Strictly Business half. Defensively, though, they held up to the standard for, almost half a game. That breakthrough from SSG just sort of opened the floodgates, I think, and that's something that Strictly Business will have to consider. They looked good until that moment where it started to break open. And the demo's coming through from SSG as well, just putting the pressure on, keeping the ball in the blue half for the most part. The half of Strictly Business. Now looking to find an answer for themselves. SSG responded. Can the Business respond now? That is the question. They've scored first in both games. Less of an impact on the game overall in Game 2, but in Game 3, it's Diaz to score the first. SSG scoring the last 5 goals now. Strictly Business will respond, and again it's Wave. 4 goals in the series. And he scores another one there, just to shift momentum perhaps back in the Business's favour. That kickoff will fall right back to Reveal. Zach has Diaz to play in here. The shot is straightforward. And Crispy had to avoid a potential bump to get there. Showed too much of the ball to Diaz on the aerial. Now it's Reveal. Wave through the midfield. Will have to wait for Zach to get the touch. Now looks to set up Crispy to go the full length. Aqua. Put the pressure on. Wave to the ceiling. Too much again. Just not the delicate enough touch. Once more, as Reveal will get up for the drop down again. Zach. Relating Wave in the corner. Takes the 50 out. Crispy just to put the pressure on Diaz here. Now Wave gets Demo. That'll open the door. Diaz looks for another Demo. Does find it. Aqua in front of net. Drop down. Relating Wave. Had to react quickly as Reveal will fake. Crispy with the stop, and well, I think the Business got the benefit of a deflection there as Diaz lays off Zach, and the shot is too good to save. 2 keepers to the left of net, so he simply placed it to the right. And neither could stretch across for the stop. Business just struggling to force a lead for themselves. Relating Wave. 50 on Reveal. Aqua shot on 2-2. We're tied up again. And it's Wave with the 50. Aqua to force it home. 3 minutes 15 remaining. All square once more. SSG looking to respond very quickly. Reveal with the reset. Crispy did well. Second touch too close towards Zach. Now relating Wave. 50 over the top of Diaz. Reveal into the midfield. Aqua. Up high. Gets a reset. Uses it quickly. Now plays midfield. Reveal will clear. But Crispy puts the pressure on. Now we're seeing the physicality coming from the Business. And Crispy benefits. 3-2. Wave with a Demo. Aqua with the bump. Crispy with the goal. SSG with a taste of their own medicine there from Game 2. And Aqua might find a Demo. He does! 4-2. It's now the physicality from the Business. What a play to make it a 2-goal advantage. SSG looking to respond here. Diaz with a reset. Wave quickly to the back wall, and he read that play well. Aqua just couldn't get the ball underneath Zach there. The demo again. Aqua, I think, wanted to leave that one for Crispy, but the push came through from SSG instead. Now Wave around the corner. Reveal. Aqua reset, staying with it. Crispy. Here's Wave. Now Zach. Yeah, can we not spam in chat, please? I mean, Zach takes the shot on. Across to Diaz, and that's going to be a 3-4 game now. As that pass is very good from Reveal. Crispy just not able to track it across in time. Reveal. 50 on Aqua. Now leaves it for Diaz. That's awkward. It's going to be Zach to follow up, and we're tied up once more. Fake underneath. And it opens the door here. Aqua. Crispy to Aqua, dropping it down. It's going to be relating Wave now. Back wall play. Diaz awkward. Aqua to the corner. Now Zach. Crispy goes past, has relating Wave to his right. Finds him. The pass doesn't quite connect with the shots. And now Diaz. Here's Zach. Should be saved, but it isn't. SSG have turned it around. And made it a 4-5 game, minute remaining. Crispy. Good flick out towards Aqua. He'll find a double paps. No, Diaz with a touch. And that flick on will just be too far out of reach. Aqua. Flicks by one. Sticks to it. Does really well. The second follow-up. Diaz now to the back wall. Zach forward. Crispy. Now Aqua. Does well to get by. And what a play from Aqua! 5-5 in game 3. The bump, the flick on. We're tied up. $26 remain. Next goal wins kind of stuff. Aqua. Crispy left it, but relating Wave will come through. SSG now finding the demos once more. Diaz to the back wall. Crispy to the corner. Goes past Reveal. 50, and that's awkward towards the net. Relating Wave had to get a touch, as does Aqua. Looking to drop it down now. Overtime in game 3. Winner puts themselves on series point. Good fake from Crispy. Allows Aqua to go through. Reset. Takes the 50 on Diaz. Wave couldn't get back to it. Zach will. Crispy low boost on the challenge. Leaves Aqua all the way back to make the save. Now Reveal. Big bang from Aqua. Crispy will look to get on the end of that. Sets himself up nicely from the side wall. Drop towards the net. Great play. And a demo from Reveal just stops that attack from leading to a goal. But Crispy goes again. Drops down. Follow up from Wave. Denied by Zach. And now Reveal chases low boost. Aqua takes a bump. Crispy off the back wall. Does well. Sticks to it. Out towards Aqua. Glued to the ball here, Aqua. Gets a reset. Couldn't do much more. Crispy will Reload for the business. For Aqua towards Crispy. Zach with the save, but Wave pushes it back to the corner. SSG feeling the pressure right now. Aqua. Now reveal. Towards Diaz. Wave cuts it out. Won't get a second touch though. Crispy goes forward and we've called a pause. Not too sure what it's for. But a minute 14 into overtime. 5-5 game. A pause has been called. And I'm not seeing anything across the board of what the issue is. Frames dropping, says Zach. To be fair, if you were watching the Bulldogs team stream for the OCE, Hunter had his air roll stop working. So, you know. This is probably a more straightforward issue, but we do have a frame drop issue for Zach. What's up, CJ? How you doing, mate? Welcome in, everyone. I know there was the drop for Chief Beef, so I see we're all in. I see we're tuning in. We are watching. Well, that too. CJ's also here with the shop crew. But a pause in Game 3 overtime. This is interesting. CJ, I think you're giving me the flu, mate. I'm going to be honest. Let me get the tunes going back again, shall we? While we wait, it looks like Zach went into free play, has checked if it's okay, and we are good to go. Back again, by the look of it. So we should be restarting in just a moment. But I mean, this is not what I'm sure either team wants. In a 5-5 overtime. Winner of their series point, as I've said. This is not what either team would want. Back to kickoff. No team scoring in overtime yet, but we'll have yet another kickoff. And how good is it to actually have the ability to pause in the group stage now as well? That is a massive, massive benefit here. Because, I mean, even if the business were to score there, it would have been very rough for SSG to concede. Well, we should be back into the action now. Overtime continues. Off the kickoff. SSG been pulling out a few strategies. Diaz looking to make an instant impact off the delay. He'll drop it down in front of net. Denied. A demo from Wave. Diaz, the only one with a bit of boost to work with. Crispy couldn't get there. Wave will. Zach. And SSG looking to benefit off of the restart here. Crispy will respond. Down towards Aqua. He's dangerous in corner plays like this. He goes past one. Couldn't get past the second. Wave. Now Crispy. Diaz clears. It's going to be Wave off the back wall. Wants to slow it down. The clearance only finds Zach. Aqua now taking a 50. Wave towards Crispy. Trying to step by a couple in the midfield. Did well with it. Aqua. Low boost to work with, but boost grab on the other side from Crispy. Wave. Now Zach. Now Crispy again. Has a playoff here. Aqua might double it towards Wave. He'll take a delayed flick. Couldn't make much more of it. Inside flips from Crispy. Has to get back. Wave will be there, but he won't make the stop shot wide. SSG now back onto offense. Wave too slow to react. Zach in the corner. Center ball from Reveal. Found Diaz. Now it's Zach, and it's going to be cleared by Aqua just to get a chance to breathe on defense. As Reveal sets up from the back wall. Finds a reset. Drops low, Crispy. And Diaz, corner. Denied. Aqua clears, just getting enough on it. Reveal from the side wall. Takes it low again. Diaz on the follow-up. Crispy too quick. And now Wave clears, and Reveal will be back just in time to play it out for Diaz. He'll get a benefit of the 50 there. Looking to drop it down. Aqua. Crispy with a demo might mean Aqua can play this forward quickly. It's just not the play that he wanted. Wave. The demo from Diaz. Zach center ball. Diaz will turn. Layoff to reveal. Shot high. Now Zach. Dropped low. Shot too good. 6-5 in overtime. SSG on series point. And it was too good from Zach on the sidewall. The touch was so light to get the reset. And he stuck to it well. 3 minutes 36 in overtime elapsed. And Space Station on series point now. SSG saved by the pause for real. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. $11 shots by Zach, by the way, across that game. 9 from Diaz, 7 from Aqua. Lots of shots. Didn't lead to enough goals in overtime, really, for the business, of course. But 5-6 is a high-scoring game. You're expecting the shot stats to be that high, aren't you? But Space Station able to put themselves on series point. There was really, it felt like 3 different games in the one game there. Space Station put all the pressure on early. Looked so good. Early into that game, Strictly Business had the better sort of midpoint. Probably closed out the game better as well. And then in overtime, well, closed out regulation, the better of the two sides. And then in overtime, it goes SSG's way. And now puts us on a game 4 where Space Station could get a win here in 4, but Strictly Business, I don't think will be that easy to defeat. Aqua has looked on form, as has Relating Wave. Crispy got more to unlock, perhaps. The demo. Aqua trying to find the reset. Zach just in position. Played off there from Wave. Cleared into the midfield up high. Crispy. Now Aqua. Can he find a corner double? No, he leaves it, as does Crispy. Wave to the back wall. Won't get back to it very quickly, but still manages to get there. And Zach towards reveal. Aqua now. Here's Diaz. 90 in the tank. Fakes by Crispy. Now looks to play the corner as well. And the demo from Zach will open the door here for SSG. The demo from Crispy, though, well, made it awkward. But reveal still comes through for the shots. And Space Station open the scoring in game 4. Aqua, now Wave. Reveal will send it a long way down into the midfield. Crispy. Won't get back to it. Diaz. That's bumped, and Aqua has a chance to turn onto it. Takes the 50 on reveal. Diaz will take that one high over Relating Wave. Crispy had a free ball to clear as Aqua moves to the midfield. Low boost from the business, aside from Crispy, who was playing his third there. Reveal. Relating Wave forces to the back wall, and Crispy will just clear to the midfield again, but 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here. SSG continue to put the pressure on the business. Good touch from Crispy. Aqua keeps it close on the sidewall. Wave with the 50 again. Crispy up quickly. Doesn't get the touch. It should be a free ball here for Zach, and he has the midfield boost to work off. Flick by one. Going to be Diaz at the top of the box towards reveal, and Aqua gets across in time. Zach left it for reveal. Wants to find the dunk underneath. Aqua got enough on that just to force it high. Diaz leaves it for Zach to strike. Half the game gone at SSG. 2-0 to the good. And Strictly Business just not able to respond to that shot. Crispy left it for relating Wave. Sidewall double left again. Crispy to Wave in the corner and just not quite connecting. Here's Crispy. Now Aqua. Now Diaz. 50 forward, and Reveal will just be the first to react. Business just not able to get forward on enough occasions, not quick enough at least. Aqua gave it away to Zach. Wave will play back to the corner, but there's two SSG players waiting for it. Zach lays off the pass, and Diaz, well, he'll make it 3. And it's just too simple. Aqua just guessing that Diaz was going to find the left side. Diaz with the mind games, drops it to the right. Minute 30, I don't think there'll be any time to respond for the business, but if they can get something moving forward here very swiftly, then maybe. Aqua looks for the bump, couldn't find it on Reveal, and he'll find the midfield ball. Wave. Didn't get the touch. Crispy will. Looks for a reset. Very quickly uses it, and Crispy bumps into Wave there. Now it's Zach with a flick. Reveal will send it towards net. Wave will respond. Diaz takes the challenge. Minute remaining. The business need to move forward. They need a score soon to give them something to play off of, something to latch onto in this game. It doesn't look like it's going to come through. Aqua, midfield, Crispy. Challenges out to the sidewall. Here's relating Wave. Now it's Aqua, and he goes too quickly. And I think that will probably just write the business out of the game. And out of the series. They won't give up just yet, though. Aqua. Challenged by Zach. Reveal up. Should make it 4-0 here. Don't. Wave has to launch it long. Reveal cuts it off. Wave towards Aqua, and it just doesn't connect for the business. And that will do. Space Station Gaming were made to play for the result. They lost game 1. It was a 5-5 overtime in game 3. And it doesn't work out for the business in the end. SSG proving too strong, the reigning North American champions will take the series. And that is our first series of the morning done for me. Let me get the tunes back on and firing. Let's see what the bracket has done for us. Let's have a look here. There is one at the moment playing Southampton Academy on mainstream. Let's see, what are we looking at here? We have dropped down to play Kraken Seas in the lower bracket. That team of Zanil, Taroko, and Juice. Hopefully, I can take a very quick break here. I'm going to be honest. I really need to go fill up my water. I am unwell, so let me see if I can quickly do that. Let me put the watch party on. Let me quickly turn this off, and I will be very quickly be right back. Let me actually set up Baal before I leave as well. I should probably do that. Can I grab their logo? I can. All right, chat. I will be very quickly be right back.
So we are taking a look at the replays, had some good goals. In this one specifically, I thought Bora had a fantastic game, and this is going to be the clip that basically proves my point. Off the ceiling, gets that flip reset, and then reloads on that shot, and he just continued to go on a tear. Dignitas looking clean.
Yeah, I like that. I like what I saw at Dignitas. Didn't get to check out too much Rebellion, but hold up. Looking at
First
these
killer's
highlights,
back. FK's back, baby.
we might see something great. I mean, that's just great work. LJ going for the bump there. Let me see first killer. Little flick high, Kofor, easy look on the shot. Yeah, that felt comfortable by Rebellion, and good signs of team play there. And then lastly, we got one who will be playing them in the next round. Well, again, I do think that, they could look pretty solid. Can't do anything like that, though. You do things like that, you're not going to win against Rebellion at all. Southampton forcing into Game 5. They're not out of the tournament, like you said. But they did let that Game 5 get away from them, and they might be kicking themselves for that.
No, that definitely hurts. They'll go down against no dopamine in the bottom of the bracket there. Strictly business, and Kraken sees facing off. I feel like that actually
Turtles
is going to be a good series.
hyping up. But right before we went to the replays, I was getting excited, and that's because of this match, specifically in the lower quarters. I think if there's one to keep an eye out on those eliminations, it's these two teams, because both of them took one game off individuals. It was a 1-3 showing against a team that they should have lost against, so I think that one could go the distance. And Shopify Rebellion up against one. I think we're all leaning Shopify. Dignitas and SSG surely one we're all looking at too.
Yeah, that's for sure. I was
apologies, chat.
For anyone want to know where we're at. We finished off Group A. I'm sorry if you're just joining now. You missed it, so you're gonna have to go back and watch the VOD to
we are back.
Check that out here. But we're gonna be crushing through the rest of Group B, Daz. As again, I'm hoping these upper bracket semifinals here matchups.
Appreciate you all hanging out with me as well.
Are going to be nice and close matches.
Appreciate all the follows from earlier too.
I think we got a lot to look forward to here, just to see how the groups fill out. Dignitas.
We are waiting for our match too.
How does that look?
Have our test lobby.
Both teams looking
so kickoff still
also going to be comparing
probably a couple minutes away at minimum.
Their competition on Saturday. There's a lot to look forward to. I think still more things to process and digest, but things heating up.
We'll
2 more rounds that we got to get through here, and we're going to be jumping around to all these
be into the business
if you
soon.
Want to find the stream that's following your team specifically?
What's up, MT?
You can do it right here. Grab that URL, slam it into the URL bar, and
it's me on the main stream again. Not that you can see. Hold up. It's me on the main stream again. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Stick around here. Thank you guys for joining us, and come back for some more Rocket League.
I have made it to the mainstream. Eclipse, thanks for the follow.
Oh, now this guy's going that way.
Oh, we got a break. All right. Alrighty, let's get the tunes flowing again, shall we? Let's see. What's it looking like? What's the head-to-head looking like real quick for these two sides? No matches played between these two teams. So, first time for everything, I suppose. I mean, it was first time playing SSG this season as well. So, first time for everything. A couple of times now. Now, who will we play? I assume we'll play the upper bracket, right? That's how that works. No? No, we don't play the upper bracket. We play the lower bracket loser, I think. No, sorry. We play the lower of the upper semifinals matchups. So we win this, we'll likely play, we'll play one or Shopify Rebellion, I believe, is the case. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's the case. We'll have to wait and see. But I think that's the situation that's ahead of us. But first, we do have to deal with Kraken Seas. That is the first step in this matchup. I don't think that will be as easy as said. But we did look pretty solid as well, it has to be said. We did look very, very decent against SSG at times. If we can continue that form, have that form for the most part throughout the entire match, or the entire series, we should be the favored side. A top 13 to 16th for this Kraken Seas side in Open 4. Not too good in Open 4, in Open 3 or 2. But that was, I believe, a different roster potentially. So, for this side, they've made that top 13/16, looking to go again. And I believe we're going to probably look into the match in about 3-ish minutes. So we'll head into the matchup soon, although we haven't even got in the test lobby yet. So I'd assume we'll get into the test lobby in about that time. Although I'm not too certain about that. Time will tell, I suppose. It is a different feel to these series than it was previously. I might actually have access, because it is North American, not... I do have access to the match setups. So I think the lobby is set up. So it looks as though our match is ready to go. We're just not quite starting yet. I think we're waiting on the players. Technically, the match is meant to start in about 5 minutes' time. So we'll be into the test lobby soon. I am sure of it. Let me get a tweet going, shall I? Just that I'm live. Because I haven't done that. Probably something I should do. Alrighty, that is posted. All good. And we are good to just join the lobby whenever the players are ready to join the lobby. The test lobby is up. We just haven't joined yet. So, work in progress, I assume. Apologies for not being super entertaining in the breaks, chat. I am really struggling today. I'm trying to make sure I have the energy I need for the the actual cast rather than just yapping now. I am trying to be entertaining, but it can be difficult when I'm unwell. Test lobby is up. We are on blue. Let me change that if I haven't. We are blue team still. No worries. All good. So, our match should be kicking off in about 3 minutes' time. This side of Kraken Seas of Zanil, Juice, and Taroko. Names that, well, at least 2 of them I certainly recognize. I'm not too sure if I have seen Juice before. Not sure if that's a ego thing or if maybe he's starting to pop up now, potentially. I'm not too sure, personally. I've not heard of them as far as I can remember, but Zanil and Taroko, 2 names I've certainly heard of before. And we should be looking for a good match here, but I think off the back of that series, Strictly Business looked very much up to par against the reigning champions. So I'd like to imagine if they continue that form, this should be relatively straightforward, with Strictly Business making a top 6 last event. Kraken Seas making a top 13/16. So I'd imagine this should be the business able to get a result, is the expected thing for me here. I haven't got the payout on the prediction yet, which I should do that. I won't predict this one. We might do a prediction for the next series if we win that. But I've left it too late to do the prediction, unfortunately, for this one. Looks as though they want to remake the lobby. So, good thing we're in the test lobby. We can check that out. Hopefully the audio's all leveled as well. I'm not too sure if it is or not. So, hopefully it is, though. Thank you, Hybrid. Hope you're doing well. I don't think I've experienced casting while this sick before, I can't lie. Although to be said, I'm feeling relatively okay at the moment, so that's good. I was able to get semi-loud for the previous series, which is nice. We've had the lobby remade, so I'll be jumping in shortly again, I'd imagine. We were set to kick off about this time, but I don't think we're going to. Is Strictly Business season done? What do you mean? It's only open 5 and we're still playing. What are we talking about here? I mean, are they out? Out of open 5 or the season? There's no technically out of... What? How are you meant to be season... What are they meant to be out of? I'm very confused, Slushy. It's only open 5. They're also not out of today. They've still got... Open 5? No, they're not done. They own... That was the upper bracket. So they still have Kraken Seas to play. If they win that, they'll play, I believe, the loser of 1 in Shopify Rebellion. But I'm not 100% on that. That's just what I believe it is, but I could be wrong. Who is that other team? It is Juice, Taroko, and Zanil. Looks as though they're happy with this server, so we should be rolling over soon. Hopefully. Well, we've only seen a... looks like both teams have given a yes. We were just the last to rejoin the lobby, so... It looks as though both teams are ready to go into this one. That being said, we're not giving a yes yet. Says, well, from Strictly Business, but it looks as though we're good to go. So, up next, we do have the lower bracket quarterfinal. Winner of this still has a chance to continue on in the bracket. Loser here goes out in what for Strictly Business would not be ideal after that success of open number 4. This is not the point they'd want to go out. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in this series. Strictly Business taking on Kraken Seas. Strictly Business top 6. Kraken Seas top 13/16 in the last event. This is technically a step down if they were still to qualify for the hybrid playoffs for Strictly Business. But this is a first step to moving towards the top 8 as we move into the first match of the lower bracket quarterfinal. Business against the Seas. What does this series have in store for us? We saw a very good-looking Strictly Business side at times against Space Station in their previous matchup. They couldn't get across the line there. Looking to get across the line in this one. For Kraken Seas, it was a similar storyline. A 3-1 against Dignitas. As Taroko opens the scoring. They lost 3-1 against Dig. They kept the series alive in Game 3, but were ultimately defeated in Game 4. Couple of close matchups, though, in scoreline. 3-4 win, 2-1 loss in Game 4. So both teams wishing they'd done better in the upper bracket, but I wasn't there, so I cannot tell you what Kraken Seas will be thinking. But I think the business looked good in that first series, and they very quickly tied us up. Juice forward. Aqua, that's an awkward touch, and Juice will find the back wall. Cleared away in the end. Aqua will take that to the side wall. Wants to get back around it quickly for the infield. And while that was not ideal from Kraken, didn't quite work out for them though. Oh, didn't work out for the business rather. Taroko forward again. Too close and too straightforward for Relating Wave to deal with. It's going to be Crispy infield towards Aqua. He'll look for the back wall. Might wait for the drop down as well. Zanil in the way. Now Crispy. Taroko taking over. Takes the reset. Relating Wave didn't get the touch. Aqua will. Zanil takes a low 50. Crispy sends that a long way down line. Taroko to the side wall. Now Juice. That's bumped by Taroko, and might have just opened the door momentarily, but Juice grabs the corner boost. Zanil couldn't get the dunk on Aqua. Taroko plays it forward, and Wave will look to play it back to Crispy. Didn't get a reset. Didn't get a reset the second time either. Double commit from the business. Will work out for them as Wave sends that out to the side wall. Zanil infield. Aqua cut it out. And Juice takes the 50 on Crispy. Crispy, first time fake, left it for Wave. Corner double. Taroko has boost. Another team really feeling as though they're in control at the moment. Crispy finds the corner ball, but it feels all disconnected, disjointed from both teams. Not quite connecting with their passes, not quite finding each other all too often. Crispy. Again, not quite finding Aqua. Crispy goes low here. Taroko with the save. Crispy to the corner. Now Taroko towards Zanil. Aqua finds a chance to clear. And Aqua from the sidewall now takes a 50 on Zanil. Hasn't been the most thrilling game so far, as both teams warm back into playing the game after a 3-1 loss each in the first series. Juice. Aqua forward. Relating Wave will leave it for Aqua. He'll put it on target. Taroko makes the stop. Aqua and Crispy both there. Aqua does really well. Can he get back to it? Keeps it alive for Relating Wave. Might go himself. No. Turns away, but Crispy won't, and it's an open net for Crispy. And the business have the lead. Juice just not finding the play away. And the business have a lead to play off of in game one. Wave will go again. Crispy finds the back wall. Aqua up quickly, drops it down. And the business have extended their lead now after turning the game around. Neatly done by the business. "50 seconds. Can Kraken Seas find themselves a way back in? Taroko, 50 forward. Aqua retreats. Plays the ball across Zanil towards Taroko again. Aqua the first to it. Juice will be up quickly, finding the back wall, but that's where Relating Wave was set up. Midfield from Taroko to Zanil. Aqua stays on the play here. Good chance. Wave. For Crispy. Taroko jumped way too early. Won't lead to too much there, but the game will be all sorted out for the business here, as Crispy just couldn't connect with Relating Wave. And game one goes the way of Strictly Business, which, to be fair, is what happened in the previous match, in the previous series. They did take game one. They couldn't continue on, though, as it looks as though Kraken Seas has called for a remake. So we'll have a bit of a delay before the next game. Bropo goes to try to get back to it. Hey, he didn't have the boost in tank. I feel like it's a viable strategy if you got nothing else to do there. Appreciate all the follows, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. If you're not already followed and you're enjoying the commentary, make sure to click the follow button as well. I am trying to provide as much entertainment as possible while feeling very, very sick. So I am trying my best. Hopefully it comes across through during the commentary. When we're in this sort of, on the caster cam, it's not quite the same. I'm trying to conserve a little bit here. I do have OCE mainstream today as well, so trying not to overdo it. But new server is getting set up. I'll check if that's been set up yet. We haven't got any confirmation in the setup chat just yet, so more delays for us, which isn't ideal, but that's what we're dealing with here. Still waiting on a lobby to go back up in the match setup chat. Just waiting on confirmation. Henny, thanks for the follow. We're not getting any communication from the admins at this very minute. Although we will in just a moment's time. So, yep, we've got the lobby back up. We should be joining in just a moment. We'll see how this goes. But so far, both teams have requested a new lobby. We did see Strictly Business requested a new lobby before the game started. We've seen, after that game ended, Kraken Seas call for a new lobby. So, it's not looking, at the moment, that either team too happy with the service. As we just have a slight delay before game 2 kicks off. It's a Crispy versus Aqua 1v1 currently in the test lobby. I just joined. What are you talking about? Rlcs. We'll be into the second match of our series here in just a moment. Both teams looking happy with the lobby once more, so we look set to roll on over to the official Game 2. Oh, that's probably going to mess up the scoreboard, isn't it? Yes. Good thing I remembered that, so I can fix that before we join the match here. Although I am seeing some potential lag on Juice's side now, so I'm not sure if that'll stick across or not. Might just be tabbed out potentially. Not too sure about that. We'll find out. You cast normally? You got the voice for it? What do you mean normally? As in, like, regularly? I didn't know if you... I can't tell if you're meaning, like, if I cast like a normal person, which is kind of a weird question, or regularly. Yes, I do cast regularly. Yes, I am a OCE caster. I do team streams over on OCE, and I'm also on the OCE mainstream as of this season. First time in NA was open for group stage, so starting to get myself out there a bit, which is fantastic. And strictly business. Got off to a good start in game one. Can they continue to follow suit in game number two? On Forbidden Temple, Zanil will drop that down. And as they did in game one, Kraken Seas score the opener. Will this time give them the opportunity to continue on with it? Or can Strictly Business turn it around as they did? Only conceded one goal in the first game. For their sake, they'll be hoping to do the same here. After scoring a couple goals for themselves, Aqua. Now Zanil. Here's Juice. Look for the musty, didn't connect with it. Taroko, though, will have a strike, and Aqua can't reach it. And, well, it bounces off the post, and Neil will score the second. That post bounce not doing the business any favors whatsoever, but Neil just says, thank you for that. I'll have an open net to aim at. Juice's shot denied by Aqua. Taroko around the corner. Open net for Zanil. Well, this is not looking anything like game one. Kraken Seas have found an answer momentarily. The business struggling to get out of half in the opening minute, conceding 3 goals, not at all the way they want this game to go. Juice takes a 50. Relating wave out to the sidewall now, Aqua. Half a tank, finds a reset. Couldn't get back to it, Zanil cut it out. Juice clears it towards the center, and well, Wave has a shot. Taroko gets a hand up. Here's Aqua trying to find that slide ball across. Crispy might find a play here. Won't get back across to it. We'll just keep it in bounds though. And Strictly Business just on the line. Just not finding a way to force it home just yet. And it continues. Taroko. Aqua. Towards relating wave now. Crispy taking on the shot, denied by Juice. Here's Aqua again, turning away from the play, gets demoed. Double demo. Kraken Seas might be able to make something of this. Taroko left the ball and went for a demo, but there was none there because his teammate had just demoed too as well. Taroko light touch, back wall play. Juice will follow up, that should be, but it isn't. The fourth. And Crispy takes a reset low. Now relating wave. Now Zanil. Juice out to the left, goes solo. Crispy with the save, has Aqua ahead of him. Crispy gets by Juice, couldn't get past Taroko. Aqua for relating wave. And it's looking better from the business as that shot denied. Aqua past it. Crispy. Now relating wave. Looks for the sidewall double himself because a teammate couldn't turn in time. Now Juice. Aqua. Now Zenil. That's a miss from the sidewall. Taroko couldn't get the shot away. Juice will take the challenge. It comes away with it cleanly. Through the corner, gets bumped by his teammate, Zenil. Got a free ball. Relating Wave wanted boost and now wants the sidewall. Looks to cut infield, fakes out once, still wants to find the infield, couldn't find the touch. Crispy will. And that bounce was up high. And no one from the business could react. 3 goals in the opening minute from Kraken Seas, none from either team since. The business with more chances now, but still not able to force it home in game 2. Taroko. Lost out to Crispy. He'll go low with the reset, and Zenil somehow doesn't get bumped, stays in position for long enough there. As Aqua will play that across. Takes a 50 on Juice. Now Crispy. Now Relating Wave. Passes off. Aqua reset off the ceiling. Crispy to follow up. Denied. Aqua drop down, 30 seconds remaining. They need to score soon to keep game 2 within their sights. But they've really looked well out of touch in this game. In this match so far, they've had a couple of chances. Haven't been good enough to score them. And continue to not be able to finish off their opportunities. And that feels as though game 2 will be overwhelmingly in favor of Kraken Seas. And Strictly Business left wondering what they need to change. They had chances, don't get that wrong. Although the shot stats still relatively lackluster. They had 6 shots compared to the 13 from the other side of Kraken Seas. And I mean, I feel like there was more chances for Business later on in that game. They certainly didn't have those chances early on, but it felt like maybe not 6 shots outright, but probably even more than that in opportunities created. Just not able to force home those opportunities to this point. And it looks as though the server may have just gone down. Oh no, maybe not. It looks like Crispy might just be changing his preset, perhaps. That does look like what the case was. But Kraken Seas, I mean, they had most of the chances in the opening minute, really. They scored their first 3, well, they scored their only 3 goals of the game in that opening minute. I think there was still 5 seconds in that opening minute remaining by the time that they'd scored their 3rd. And Strictly Business, they created opportunities after that point, but they never really looked likely. There was a couple of open net chances that could have been created that weren't created. There was a couple of chances that hit the crossbar, hit the woodwork. Just couldn't do enough in game 2. Can they find that extra gear? Can they find a way to capitalize on a couple of chances in game 3? Kraken Seas have looked, well, they looked very much out of game 1. It feels pretty back and forth game or series so far, with game 1 being heavily in favor of the Business. Game 2 heavily in favor of Kraken Seas. Aqua, a couple of resets there. Juice through the midfield, Relating Wave will play towards the ceiling, not quick enough on the second follow-up. Crispy off to Aqua. You see that preset change. Drops it down and Crispy turns away. Relating Wave towards the back wall. Zenil will take that one high off his backboard. Drop down and Juice just couldn't get the angle on it. Was hoping he could potentially double it from an extremely tight angle. Crispy Now Aqua. Such a mechanical player at times is Aqua. Just couldn't quite find another touch on that. But here is a chance. Juice will slow down just too much. Had to put the brakes on to find a shot. But it delayed him too long that the defense got there and now have a chance to move the other way. Strictly business through Aqua. Zanil off the back wall. Takes a challenge. Zanil with 20 boost, very quickly down to no boost. Will grab the corner, plays off the center ball, and Crispy the first to react. Now it's Taroko to the back wall. Aqua missed it. Zanil should have done better with it. Still manages to squeeze a pass out to Taroko, but it breaks down. Crispy. Zanil. Now Juice. Relating wave in the corner, looks to get back to it, but it's Zanil to the back wall, and Crispy to the corner. Now Taroko off a demo. Couldn't find the power. Zanil again. Aqua cuts it out. Juice forward towards Zanil. Redirects not found. Relating wave from the side wall and just gives away possession too easily again. And that's a shot denied. Well, the good news is, for Strictly Business, they haven't conceded 3 in the opening minute. The bad news is, they haven't managed to score a goal since game 1. 7 minutes elapsed, and they haven't found one. Still searching across game 2 and 3. It feels like potentially you score another one here, Strictly Business, and the floodgates might just open for them. Similar to what we saw from SSG in the previous matchup. Crispy shot, not good enough. Relating wave center ball off the Cooksa pinch. Via the ceiling. Aqua. Zanil, corner ball again. Crispy centers. Juice, low boost, will stick to it. Zanil with the challenge. Now Taroko. Well, that's a whifty. Crispy wants wave. Wave wants to drop it down to Crispy, and they've got an answer now. Almost 8 minutes without a goal for the business, but they've finally got one back on the board, and they have a lead here in game 3 against Kraken Seas. And Zanil will look to very quickly respond. Can he get the double down? No. Taroko might take the shot. Aqua denies it. Wave, sidewall. Juice out towards Aqua. Ceiling. Play for Aqua. Tries to dunk it down ahead, and Crispy will follow up, and the power is too much. There was a keeper in net. They just couldn't get behind that play in quick enough time. Zanil couldn't get there. Crispy could. 2-0. Great play from Aqua. Might even make it 3 here, and it is 3. Very quickly. And the business, from not scoring in about 8 minutes, have turned it around and scored 3 within about 1. Taroko. Wave missed it. Juice won't, and well, that's one back. Strictly Business can't deny a goal here. They were shut out, Strictly Business, in game 2. Would have loved to shut out Kraken Seas in game 3. Not the case here, though. Zanil. The second goal here would make things certainly interesting. .30 seconds remaining. Aqua, Crispy both missed it. Aqua gets the second chance and finds a ball just via Crispy there. Couldn't make anything happen. Relating wave, that's awkward. Taroko will take the shot, and Aqua gets back in time. Similar to a save we saw, I think, by Crispy in the Swiss stage. Wave, midfield, Aqua. Reset, back to it. Drop down, Demo opens it up, and Relating Wave will have the last chance of the game. We'll drop it down. Strictly Business onto series point. And that was a very much improved game once they got their scoring boots back on. Until that point, I mean, it was what, 2 minutes remaining almost. Almost a minute and 20 seconds remaining that they finally made the breakthrough there. Once they did, though, it was very quickly 2 and it was very quickly 3. Can they go on again and make it another 3-1 series for the day? Will Kraken Seas for something else? And I feel like just them getting that goal there as well settles things a bit for Kraken Seas here. Overall, though, it was a very even match in terms of shots. It was 12-12 shots, 3-1 scoreline, Strictly Business getting the better of the more critical stat. It's gone back and forth so far this series. Does that continue on Utopia Coliseum? Or can Strictly Business continue the trend of these two sides only having 3-1 series so far today? The Business looking to close up shop at 4. At the very least for this series. Toroko. Now Zenil. Here's Crispy. Relating Wave. Looking to get something going here. Has gone quiet. Was a standout performer against Space Station. Hasn't quite been scoring as many in this series. And that's an open door for Zenil. Crispy just not able to challenge in time. Went up early. Thought better of it. And by the time he made that choice, Kraken Seas had scored the first. Juice. Couldn't get by Crispy in the midfield. Now to Roko taking a shot. Relating Wave out to the corner. Zenil on the follow-up. Toroko will look to play that past one. Looks to step by another. Does really well there, Toroko. Extends the lead out to 2. Fantastic play to find the right-hand side of the goal. And well, Game 5. Looks like it could happen. A very similar storyline in this one to what we saw in Game 2. Not quite the 3 goals in the opening minute, but 2 goals in the same amount of time. Might even make it 3. Just past the minute mark. The Business not able to find a response so far. Now they look for it. Crispy Musty. Play off Aqua. Here's Relating Wave. And here's Aqua. Sidewall play for himself. Finds a reset. Back to it, Aqua. Looks to dunk it down. He got another reset, but just couldn't quite contort himself around the play. As Relating Wave drops it for Aqua. Denied by Toroko. Wave. Crispy goes past it. Wave will look for a bump. It's Aqua with the shot. To make things interesting, it's 2-1. Three minutes 10 remaining, and at the very least, the Business have not been shut out in this matchup here. Aqua. Second touch, back wall, drop down. Who's the first to react? Well, it was a Kraken Seas defender. Crispy was amongst it. Gets a pop over the top, relating wave, denied by Zanil. Now it's Aqua. Reset from the corner towards the net. Toroko held his own. Now Aqua. Zanil. Crispy out towards relating wave. Wave infield towards Crispy. Finds a back wall. Can he find the double? Yes, he can, is the emphatic answer. Great play from the business, and Juice left in net. Just couldn't get a piece of it. Half the game gone, we're tied up. And Crispy will have a run at the net here. Zanil had the advantage of the boost. Wave takes a challenge, sticks to it here, relating wave. Shot away, and it's going to be another one. 3-2. Well, I'd said relating wave had gone sort of quiet. And now he steps up and speaks. The lead regained by the business. Zanil. Cut off by Aqua, and it's just another one. The business. Well, they just couldn't find a response in game 2. But in game 4, they're finding nothing but responses. After going a couple goals down. Still 2 minutes to play. Kraken sees, can't run him off just yet. Another chance here. Aqua, that's awkward. Crispy delays the play. Juice makes the stop. Aqua around the corner. Now Crispy finds another. It was too easy for Crispy. Aqua finding the assist. Minute 47, 3-goal difference. Strictly business scoring the last 5 of the 7 scored in this game. Juice. Through the midfield, Aqua. Wants to get back to it here, Aqua. Zanil did well. Crispy with the bump. Juice the first to respond. Minute 20 remaining. They have to go soon. Do Kraken sees. As Wave will play this through the corner. Looks for the dunk. Finds a demo instead. Aqua towards the net. Zanil cuts it out and will look to launch the break with a reset. Goes low. Crispy with a save. Aqua to deny. And Strictly Business, I think they are looking to get out here at 4. They don't want Business to stay open in this series for too much longer. Zanil drop down towards Toroko. Now it's Juice. Toroko missed it. 2 defenders back, double commit, and Zanil finds a double. That would have been one of the goals of the day. Not to be. Wave through the midfield, 30 seconds remaining. They have to go, and they have to go now. Do Kraken sees. Juice. No second touch. Crispy clears. Aqua up so quickly. Finds a bump on Toroko. Opens it up for Crispy. Zanil with the save. But 10 seconds remaining. That will do. From the business. And Crispy. Now Aqua. They get one for the road. Aqua gets a hat trick. Relating Wave with a playmaker. Tag in this game. And they have shut up shop in this series. And we go on today. How are those other series progressing? Let me refresh the page. Shopify Rebellion 3-1 over 1. So that will be our next up competition. A lot of 3-1s on this side of the bracket, isn't it? There's a lot of 3-1s over here. Let me get that music playing once more. But that will close out Kraken Seas Day. They put up a fight. They looked really good in that game too, in particular. They just couldn't get across the line. But a lot of 3-1s across our bracket. Dignitas getting 3-0'd by Space Station, though. So, the team that we beat 3-1 through in the upper bracket semifinals. What's up, Captain? How are you today? I'm okay, but I'm still feeling pretty sick, I'm going to be honest. I'm still feeling the force of, well, I think it's the flu. Not certain, but still feeling the effects of it. Yesterday, your chat was very mean. That's typically how YouTube chat works, I'm going to be honest. What else do we have to play at the moment? Is there any series still going while we can just jump over? We can jump over to mainstream.
Whoever wins this series, they got another one to go before they even get close to making top 8. So, big challenge up ahead for either of these teams, and No Dopamine is going to be the one to be taking the lead with the minute left to go on game 5. Obviously, with that timeout,
let me just check out the bracket again, see what else is going on around the bracket.
It's enough for Southampton Academy to turn this one around in their favor, Turtle.
Yeah. I mean, anything could happen. There's been some good pressure from No Dopamine.
So this is the only game remaining in our side, or in our bracket, of course, for the for this matchup. McMaster with the raid of 30. I appreciate that. You were Carson Kraken, right?
It's just so important to stay alive and gather as many points
GGs.
as we can. 25 to go. Let's see if Southampton have any more juice left in the tank.
I mean, if they got it, they got to use it now.
GGs, GGs.
That's what I was gonna say, Leaf.
Appreciate the raid.
No, because that clock is ticking, and once it's done, their turn
So
is
I think we have the delay, right? We have to wait for this
No,
series to be done. Only feels right to raid after you guys won. Congrats on the W. Appreciate that.
It's gonna be
Appreciate the raid.
Archers and the Bolsters, Silas.
I felt like we might have been heading towards that game 5, but you know,
They're not gonna die. I don't know. I feel
not
like
quite. But that should mean with that game ending,
Yeah,
There it is.
we should pretty quickly be into our next match, I'd imagine. You are against one next? Yes, yes we are.
Round 2 of Group B are finished with.
That will do for the series here on the lower bracket side of things. So up next, as was mentioned, it is 1 in the semifinal. Let me get that music going again while we wait for the bracket to get set up. Let me just check the Discord real quick. Not being set up yet, so we'll have a slight delay. I can feel my voice starting to go now as well, which is not great. I've done well enough to get to this point, considering how sick I feel. But hey, we're doing all right here at the moment. But one, the side being Matter, Justice, and Royals. Stolen as the coach as well. Should be a very intriguing matchup. Let me pull up the potential head-to-heads. Let's see if there is too much to look at here. There is not. So yet another first-time series for Strictly Business today. First time this season they've played Space Station. First time this season they've played Kraken Seas. And first time this season they've played against one. So we'll have to see how this goes. But a 3-1 for Shopify against this one side. It was a not exactly close series. Aside from, the last 2 games, relatively close. Shopify won 2-0 game 1. It was a 5-2 win, 4-1 in game 2. And it was a 2-1 win in overtime. And it was a 3-2 win in overtime for Shopify Rebellion. So kind of close. But not getting across the line there for 1. Could have potentially forced a Could have potentially forced a game number 5, just not able to. What's up, Monkey Shines? Hope you're doing well. Would you crack an egg on your head for 5 gifted? Probably not. I'm going to be honest. Particularly not while I'm feeling this ill. That's the main thing. But boy, oh boy, I am feeling very, very bad today. We make it work, though. As I've said a couple times, I apologize for the lack of energy through the breaks. I'm trying to make sure I have enough energy for the actual matches. I'm recovering from being sick too. Yeah, I am right in the middle of the flu right now, I think. It's been a rough one. I had OCE yesterday. Woke up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. for this. And then I've got OCE mainstream, and football commentary to do over the rest of the weekend. So it is a rough weekend for me, to be honest. Yo, you are still live. Yes, I am. I am indeed. Have we got an update on the match setup? Not yet. So, how long do we have on the break here? We are... Good luck to you. Good luck to you as well, man. This should be a entertaining matchup, I'd imagine. They're going to a break now, so we got a little while to wait still, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to just go, to be honest. I am very excited to head back to bed. That would be great. I would love to have a quick snooze. We might just quickly run a... we might run a 3-minute ad so we don't get ads at all for pre-roll or anything in the next one. I apologize, but stick around. I think this is probably so for the best. Hopefully that's okay. Adable, thanks for the follow. Apologies for the ad for those that do get ads. I think it's just for the benefit of everyone that we don't have ads during the next series, because it is a pretty big series to get underway shortly. So we'll get that sorted. But we do have a 5-minute wait on mainstream, so I'd imagine we'll have match set up very shortly. Wait, what? I've been added in this, and it's... Oh. Oh, I got you. Okay. So we're meant to start in about 8 minutes is the predicted time to start. And we have our team colors already sorted. How good. I need to grab the logo of one while I think of it. All right. Let me grab the logo real quick. I do like that I can just do that now. That's easy. Alrighty. We are good to go. We're all sorted out here. I might quickly go to a break myself, low-key. I might just really quickly go for my own break. You know what? Herc always does this on OCE. She always tunes into my stream. I'm going to tune into her stream and give you a watch party while I wait. I'll be right back, chat.
Listen! I probably have not played Rocket League since before Boston. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. Maybe even longer. Probably longer. Okay, we need good vibes. I'm tweaking. I'm scared. We've beat them before, but I'm just scared. Woo. Oh my god, we're going. Test lobby. All good vibes to dig. I'm
All right.
today. Gotta go cry in the shower.
No way we have dig, we do not.
Good luck out there, gang.
I had Herc up there, so you weren't left with absolutely nothing. But we are still waiting on our test lobby to go up, I think. Oh no, our test lobby is up. We are waiting for us to join. Got scared? No. We have one up next. I just thought I'd put on for the context. Every time Herc does an OCE stream, she seems to end up watch partying mine while waiting for like her match to get back. So I thought, you know, may as well return it. May as well watch her stream while I'm be right backing. So just thought I'd share it around, you know. We do have our test lobby up, but we are set to get underway in about 5 minutes from now. Is the situation here. Oh, I've accidentally joined the wrong thing. Doesn't matter, it's a test lobby anyway. Let me get this back up so I can see YouTube chat as well. I'm liking this admin. They're letting us know that teams are in the lobby. This is good. The communication is top tier. How good. I appreciate it. But this matchup should be pretty interesting. As I said, we haven't seen this head-to-head played at all. So we'll have to see how they go here. They had one had a 3-1 bracket in the Swiss stage. Their only loss coming to Dignitas. They got a win against Lob and Top Cheddar, so decent results there. In terms of how they've gone today so far, it was a 3-2 win against Southampton Academy and a 3-1 loss to Shopify Rebellion. So, kind of what we'd expect from this roster realistically, you'd imagine. A loss to Shop there, but already being in that sort of upper bracket later stage. They did, of course, have a 7th to 8th finish in Open 4 as well. So we do have either a top 8 team going out, or we have a top 6 team going out from the previous Open. So either one of these teams will not be happy going out at this stage. Strictly Business, you'd imagine, will be thinking they are the favorites off the back of that top 6, but it's easier said than done in a moment like this. We've seen a few upsets across the board so far today. Maybe not at this stage of the event, in particular in Group A, but we have seen a couple of close series across so far. So as far as this matchup goes, it will be a very critical match for either team. It looks as though we're expected to delay the game a little bit longer than what was expected, which is unfortunate. But it does not necessarily seem any different compared to what we have come to expect from the mainstream being here. A few delays here and there. Although it looks like we might not be getting delayed, which is great. Oh wait, let me get a very quick prediction up. Who wins the business one? All right, we'll only have a minute on this prediction. Get your predictions in. Only a minute on the prediction, because it looks as though we are rolling on over to our first match of the series. Strictly Business have seemingly been winning all of the test lobbies, so I've always had to put their score back down to 0, as I've done here. And of course, we do have pauses if needed. We did see that pause needed in the first match of the day. As we saw Zach with some frame drops in that SSG series. We haven't seen a pause since then, but it is, once again, lovely to have the opportunity to pause if needed, which is absolutely fantastic. But game one, right around the corner. As we load on into our first match of this series. Strictly Business, top 6 in the previous one, with the top 8 in the previous event. One of these two sides will not make it to the hybrid bracket, as they did in Open 4. These two sides yet to face off against each other this season, but they will do so here in what could be a very critical point for either team. Well, for both teams, really, in this season, in this split. These two teams looking to get back to the hybrid for the second time this season. It's the Business against one. A matchup that should catch the attention of anyone watching the RLCS right now. Someone who made a top 8 will not be returning to said top 8. And it's the Business that have started off the better, as Relating Wave finds Crispy, and he finds the back of the net. Just not able to clear the play away. And one concede early. Justice towards the back wall, Relating Wave. Up for the challenge, now Wave again. Towards Justice. Aqua. Could only find Royals, who will look for a double here. Went past it, followed up by Justice. 1-1. They've hit back. In quick effect. Misdirection perhaps. Expecting the shot to come up from high. It was Justice coming through that ended up finding the equalizer. Royals challenged. Now Justice, good bump. And they make it 2 very quickly. This is a very good play from Royals, getting the challenge and then getting the bump, opening the door for Justice. Royals now looking to make it 3 on the bounce. Couldn't do it there. Pressure still in the Business half. Relating Wave. Possession lost. Royals takes the 50. Matt will play that forward. Crispy will cut it out at the halfway line. Wants to get back to it. Matt's still there. Now Relating Wave sidewall. Good rotations coming through from one, as Royals just couldn't quite find the second touch on that play. Would have capped it off very nicely. Justice. Now Royals forced to play off their back wall. Crispy ahead of them. 50 towards Justice, and that's going to be one to give them a 3-1 lead. Crispy got absolutely demolished on that 50, and Aqua pushed too far up. The rotations from one seemingly giving them the advantage so far. Relating Wave looks to hit back very quickly. Justice makes the save now. Aqua. Crispy. Over to Relating Wave. By one infield towards Crispy. Cut out by Matt. Aqua. Now Relating Wave. Aqua underneath it. Drops in field. Justice will be there. Royals passed again. Now Crispy to Wave. Too much on the pass to gather in. Royals fakes it and makes it 4. Dominating display so far from one. Matt, can he double it? Yes, he can. Good save from Relating Wave. Justice does well. Finds the pass off to Matt. It's 5-1. Strictly business. Just not at all finding anything. Struggling defensively. It has not been the start they are after. Justice flips by it. Half the game gone. The old thought of, well, if they can score 5.5, as can we. Might just be in mind here. As Justice looks to make it 6. Now Royals. Crispy. Challenged by Aqua and still dangerous. Relating Wave finds Crispy. He wants to find just a ball out towards Aqua, but they cannot find it as Matt looks to double it again. It drops down for Justice. It's 6-1. All too easy for one in this game. Two minutes remaining. That probably needed to be a goal from Aqua. Relating Wave will find Aqua here. Shot, powerful. Royals with the stop. Now Crispy. Relating Wave turns, not quick enough. Justice clears. Aqua plays it again, too straightforward. Relating Wave. Pinch towards Aqua. Corner ball, won't get back to it himself. It's going to be Crispy to the sidewall. Couldn't get the double. It's just not going the way of the business right now. One have looked all too good. And maybe now the thought is, can we just get something back in our favor just to feel good about ourselves in this game one? Very good passing play as Matt puts that away. All three involved from one. Matt with the challenge. Justice to Royals. Royals to Matt. And Matt makes it a Brazil. Minute remaining here. Strictly business. Absolutely not in form. It's another one. It is 8-1. One is dominating. And Strictly Business, who have scored have won game one in both of their series so far, will not repeat the trick in their third series of the day. Wave redirect. Aqua still up for it. Crispy past it. And it's 9-1 now. This does not feel like the strictly business side we've seen play today. At a certain point, you wonder if it's just, oh, let's move on from this game. Let's just think about where to go from here. Again, I feel like, I mean, at this point, 9-1, I don't think even making it 9-2 will make you feel good about how this game has progressed, but I think realistically, these teams are just ready to go next. Maybe not one. They'd love this game to continue. But this has been by far the worst display I've seen from Strictly Business in the time I've been casting them. It's a matter of, can they turn it around here? Can they make something else happen? When he started at 7 a.m., technically I was live at about 6:15-ish, I think, roughly. Maybe a bit later than that. Might have been more like 6:30-ish, I don't know, but up early, yes. But that game is just so out of hand for Strictly Business. And I trust these players to not let it really affect them for the rest of the series, but I mean, if you start to see the scoreline go back up in favor of one in Game 2, then there could be a real problem. Playing Rebellion will lock you in. I mean, 100%, but at the same time, we looked very good against SSG earlier. Of course, one off the back of that series, whereas we've had another one in between, but as well, our previous series was a good contest, and I think the business looked pretty good for the most part in the previous. They were shut out on an occasion. They weren't shut out here, though, which is, I guess, the one positive you can take out of this game. It wasn't a 9-0. It was a 9-1, which is very copium of me, but it is still nice that they got a goal on the board. I mean, you go into this game 9-0 down, and you go, well, can we at least score? At least they've done that. Forbidden Temple hasn't been the happiest of grounds so far for the business today, but I think if this series is to go the way of the business, this is where it needs to start looking better. Because a scoreline like 9-1 in Game 1 onto the back of a Game 2 win potentially for one will put the business in a very difficult spot to turn around. But it's already looking better from the business, and that will be the opener for Crispy. And that is a massive 50 from Relating Wave. Justice caught up on the midfield. Royals had to chase back, and I think that's the first time it feels like the rotation hasn't quite worked out for one. The rotations have been so solid so far. That time it broke down. Double commit here from the business. Aqua will play it out towards Relating Wave. He'll play it quickly towards net. Matt will make the stop, and this is a higher intensity game from the business. Now one looking to return that intensity. Aqua with the save. Crispy quickly in field, but Relating Wave, I think, had turned away momentarily. Matt will take the 50 on Aqua. Aqua on Justice. Now Royals through the midfield line. Onto the side wall. Relating Wave. 50's on Justice. Aqua will turn in the corner, and Matt does well. Crispy takes to the ground. Wants the 50 hit on Royals. Does so, and Relating Wave now looks to take it up high. Justice. Reset low. Now Crispy. Infield towards Relating Wave. Cut out by Royals. Aqua sidewall. Good demo from Justice. Opens the door for Royals. Aqua to get across in time. As Matt drops that one back in towards Justice. Crispy. Aqua. Crispy. Aqua. Again. Trying to find the bump. Couldn't locate it. Relating Wave will play the pass out towards Aqua. Aqua will take his time in the corner with a reset. Ball too close to Royals, and he'll get the clearance away. Relating Wave now takes a 50. Out to the side wall. Half a tank to use. Challenged by Justice. Midfield ball. Aqua takes over. Drops to the ground, has Relating Wave across from him, couldn't find it. But the boost consumption, well, the boost grabs at the moment. Strictly Business able to force low boost at the moment for one. Wave takes his time, gets around it. Challenged by Royals, and now Crispy will force that one. Relating Wave, Aqua up very quickly on that play. Lands on the ceiling, still looking to stay amongst it. Will turn in the corner. Gets a bump, but nothing more on Justice there. Now it's Crispy. Finds the back wall and looked for the bump, couldn't locate that again. This is a good chance to hit on the break, not that it happens. As Crispy centers it, Justice takes over. Royals. Now Mats. Crispy through the midfield again. Royals all the way back to their corner. Looks to control it now. Does well. The flick across towards Matt. The back wall play. Aqua to the corner, and Royals will stay amongst it once more. Crispy. Couldn't make any more of that. Relating Wave. Aqua wants to pinch this towards a teammate. Too much on that. Relating Wave will leave. Mats. 50 in front. Royal shot denied by Crispy. Relating Wave to the back wall. Matt. Aqua did well in field, and we'll take a demo as well. Matt out to the left-hand side will look to control it. Did very well on that play. Crispy to the ceiling. Now to the reset. Drops down low, finding a touch there. Matt with a demo opens it up. Counter-attacking, sort of Rocket League. And one. Tie us up. That demo from Matt, just catching Aqua off guard. Didn't know he was the one required to get home, and just couldn't reach it in time. It's a much different game, but it still feels oh so critical that Strictly Business win game 2 here. Aqua cut off there. Justice might find a double. Drop down towards Royals. Now it's Matt, and Relating Wave will clear. That reset didn't lead to too much. Demo from Matt on Crispy. Justice missed it. Now Relating Wave. OT looming unless Aqua's infield. Could make something happen here. Relating Wave will leave. It's going to be Aqua. He's got boost, but the touch there goes past him. Overtime it is. A massive turnaround. It was 9-1 to 1 in game 1. Now in game 2, Strictly Business look to end the streak of me saying 1. Crispy with the save. Matt takes it low. 50 by Relating Wave. The physicality from 1 is looking very, very good. Relating Wave left that for Crispy. Now it's Matt in the corner. Looks to take it up high. 50. Well, lost it in the end. Crispy didn't get that challenge. Relating Wave will stay amongst the play here. Royals and Matt getting each other's way. Aqua for Crispy. Crispy to double it home. Now it's Aqua. Forces it in. From 9-1 to a 2-1 win in overtime. Strictly Business have found an answer to all the questions posed to them and take a Game 2 victory. I feel like we're in for a good series here, chat. I feel like we are. There was 6 shots to Relating Wave. He couldn't get a goal on the board, but did find an assist. It was 10 shots to 8 on that occasion. And Strictly Business getting the better of the shooting stats and the better of the goal stats come the end of the game. And that will be an absolute settle up in this series. I mean, 9-1, you're thinking, what could happen next? It felt oh so critical, really, to win that game. Because I feel like a 9-1 into a loss in game 2 just sets you absolutely up for failure. But they found an answer, and they found it with an overtime winner. Now can Strictly Business go on? They are the team that top 6'd in the previous one with the top 8. Both teams showing quality throughout the series so far. Strictly Business now looking to find themselves in the ascendancy as Crispy will take that up high. Gets a reset, stays with it. Matt got a piece. Aqua will turn, Relating Wave just waiting his turn. Crispy to the ceiling. Has a reset, sticks by it. Relating Wave to the sidewall. Showed too much of it to Matt, so just rotates out of the play. Aqua. Now Crispy. Now Relating Wave, and that's the opener in game 3. It's a good move as Aqua faked that for Crispy. And to say it probably wasn't going to be there anyway, but Crispy still finds the demo. As Wave puts it away for a 1-0 lead. Strictly Business have absolutely turned this series back in their favor now. Aqua. Crispy jumped way too early for that play. Royals. Challenge there. Aqua stays with it. Matt makes the stop. Crispy out on the sidewall. Will play the back wall. Justice. Down towards Matt. Aqua cuts it out. Royals will put that towards the back wall, and Crispy will find a corner ball. 3 minutes 30. Minute 30 played. And we're starting to see one struggling to create goal scoring opportunities now, which is a good look for the Business. Justice around the corner. Now Crispy gets back to it himself. Royals has an option either side. Won't use it in the end. Tried to go solo, and Relating Wave got the challenge. Demo from Matt. Should just relieve a bit of pressure. But the rotation comes through. Crispy with the challenge. Gets the reset as well. Now Relating Wave. Keeps that inbound. Might get back to it himself. Matt with the demos, who's been getting a lot of these demos at the halfway line. Hasn't quite let them out of half so far in this game. Double commit though. That will help out as Matt looks for a reset. Takes the challenge towards Justice. Shot wide. Now it's Royals. Relating Wave. And Aqua will clear it away. Now Justice. Out to the sidewall. Very quickly uses up the boost tank. Wave. Royals. Now Aqua. Looks to take it low. Matt will clear out to the sidewall. And I feel like a lot of this game has been the Business just putting the pressure on. We've barely seen one get out of half, and it could have been a 2-0 lead there. Aqua just couldn't direct it goalward. Aqua towards the ceiling. Reset. Drop down. Royals out towards Matt. Now Relating Wave. Here's Matt again. Reset. Crispy shot. It's an open net pretty much. And that came out of nowhere. Matt just couldn't get the touch with the reset. And Justice wasn't ready. 2-0 for the Business. Crispy looking to make it 3. Matt will clear towards Royals. Here's Wave. Aqua. Crispy to the sidewall. 50 in the tank. Looks to take it low. Matt out into the midfield again towards Justice. Has Royals to aim for on the back wall. Might even go for a bump themselves. No. Relating Wave with a stop. Now Aqua Takes it low, takes the challenge, takes the goal. Aqua makes it 3. Gets the benefit of a couple of unfortunate touches from 1, but he won't care. Royals, again, looking to center that one. Justice there, Royals still be able to find one through Matt. And they've got a goal. 57 seconds remaining. It's not all said and done yet in Game 3. They've managed to force one over the line. They haven't had too many chances in this game to this point. Can they make something happen? Can they force a difference in the final 50 seconds? Strictly Business have looked all too good, though. All said and done. Aqua takes a great touch to himself. Now sidewall and corner double as well. Here's Relating Wave. Now Crispy. Over the top of 1. Justice will clear. Relating Wave will play that across towards Crispy. Back to Relating Wave and finds a backwall touch, finds the second touch, couldn't quite get it back. Almost able to make a spectacular goal happen, but Aqua will clear that, and that should do in Game 3. Justice, that would have been incredible. But it feels as though now the Business have found their form once again. Game 1 was nothing but, well, a warm-up into this series. And it was a great warm-up for 1. But they haven't been able to make much of it since then. Strictly Business have looked, well, very much the better of the two sides since then. The more composed. I thought the rotations were sublime from 1 in Game 1. Since then, no, it's not quite worked out. We've seen a lot of demos coming from Matt. We haven't really seen that pay off for 1 since that first game. Strictly Business realized what was going wrong. They've made adjustments. They've made it work in their favor. And are right now looking to go for yet another 3-1 in this bracket. 3-1s across the board for Strictly Business today if they can win this. Yet to see a Champions Field. Will they do so here? Or can they get the job done again in 4? That kickoff almost giving them a very early advantage. Didn't quite work out for them there. They'll still keep the play in. The pressure on. Relating Wave low boost. Won't make too much of it. Low boost across the board at the moment. Particularly with that demo as well on Strictly Business. Royals gets by. Wants to take the challenge. Takes the shot away. Relating Wave now. Takes that one forward. Royals. Towards Matt. Now Aqua. Gets a reset. Gets a second reset. Couldn't get the play forward. Wave. Simple shot. It's going to be Wave again towards Aqua. Great touchdown. And it's 1-0. Strictly Business have returned all of the pressure they received in Game 1 across the next 3 games as they continue in Game 4. Crispy. Fakes past 1, left it for Relating Wave. Here's Aqua. And it's Crispy now from the sidewall. Looking to get a bump on someone. Couldn't do it. Aqua to the corner. Justice. Here's Crispy. Demo from Relating Wave. Might open the door slightly. Crispy with a reset. And now it's Royals. Aqua to Crispy. Back to Aqua. Royals will find a ball through the midfield. Justice into the center again. Aqua will take the boost from the corner. Wants to find a ball clear of their half right now. Will take the challenge on Matt. Might just open the door. It doesn't. Relating wave. Takes a 50 and Aqua turned away. Now turns forward. Center ball. Here's Crispy. Aqua out to the corner. Relating wave. Gets the beat on Justice there. Aqua now looks to get by. Stays to it here. Aqua finds a reset as well. Popped over the top. Justice clears relating wave. Was waiting for it. Half the game played. Strictly business. Creating more chances at the moment. And this is an open net for them. No one left home. I talked about all the rotations looking so good in game 1 for 1. Since then, it's been all too easy to find an open net like that. Strictly business, make it 2. Half the game played. And Strictly business have absolutely turned it around, looking to qualify for the top 8. Here's Royals down towards Justice. Matt left it, and it's an open net again. Aqua just has to tap it home. 3-0, and Strictly business will feel very confident about this scoreline and about the fact that one are getting desperate and sending too many players forward on too many occasions now. It's cost them a couple of goals. It's yet to pay off in any sort of capacity as Wave finds Crispy. Crispy could only find Royals, as could Aqua. Wave towards Crispy. Crispy missed it. Royals takes the 50 on Aqua. Crispy will get that one played forward. Justice sticks to it in the midfield. Now Royals will turn onto it. Trying to turn the pressure back. Matt couldn't get the touch. Relating wave did. Crispy couldn't. Now Justice through the corner. Good first touch. Couldn't get the demo, and it's just not working out for one in any capacity. As Matt will take a touch forward. Reset. Aqua. Aqua will go again. Reset off the ceiling. He won't get back to it. Crispy might. Still in that position. Couldn't quite work out. One break free. Royals caught a double. Didn't find it. Matt will send that back in towards the corner. Relating wave controlled and composed as ever. 50 seconds remaining. And Strictly business. Well, you might not have expected it to be this dominant of a series after game 1. Well, if you did expect it to be dominant, you thought maybe it was going to be in the favor of one. But it was simply an outlier in the system. And Strictly business have gotten back to work. Crispy off the back wall makes it 4 and cements the fact that they'll win the series in 4. What a play from Crispy. 22 seconds remaining. Nowhere near enough time for one. It is simply not possible. It was a 9-1 game 1 that Strictly business lost. But since then, it has been all the way of the business. Crossbar hit, nothing to be found. And that will bring a close to the Friday stream. For Strictly business, they cement a place in the top 8. They'll play tomorrow to try and secure themselves a top 6 like they had in Open 4, but for one, they made that top 8 in the previous event. They could not do it again. We play NRG tomorrow. Well, there you go. That is a lower bracket round 1 that will prove to be very difficult, I'm sure. But what a series What a day. Very good overall, has to be said. I really enjoyed that. From the crew on the business. But that will bring us to a close on the stream. I'm not sure if there's too much going on. Let me see if I can find someone to raid off to. Just someone maybe. I doubt anyone OCE's live aside from CJ. Absolutely not. Let me find someone who might be live on something other than doing this now. Just someone to raid off to show some love for, because that will bring us to a close in this one. Not seeing anyone that I should raid on into. I'm going to be honest. I'm not seeing too much going on. Let me just search English tag. Appreciate the stream. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not already followed and you enjoyed the casting, click the follow button. We will be back amongst the action for Open 6 as well. But if as well on top of that, if you're interested in more Rocket League, make sure to tune into the Rocket League OCE channel. I'll be on the main stream over there in, well, what, a few hours time, maybe? Well, yeah. 5 p.m. AEDT, which I believe is 2 a.m. EDT or 1 a.m. EST. So, you know, tune into that if you're interested. I assume CJ's going to end his stream, right? I shouldn't raid into him. I would raid into him otherwise. But I assume he's done for the day. I just want to find someone with a webcam that looks, you know, good to raid. Who's this? I just clicked on a stream and it took me away from the stream I was looking at clicking on. So that's interesting. All right, let's raid this guy. Chat. It has been an entertaining one. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. Hopefully I get to feel better soon. We'll find out. But that will bring us to a close here. Thank you for tuning in. Jump in the raid. Go send this guy some love. Appreciate you all hanging out with me. Hope you had a good time. As I said, if you haven't already hit the follow button, hit the follow button or the subscribe button if you're watching on the YouTube. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later. And make sure to tune into OCE later today. See you then.